Good morning. It is late, 8:38, and it is Wednesday of NFP week. This is the 15-minute chart on the NASDAQ. I think I hit all my day opening gaps. It's just not what I want to do. So we're on the 15-minute chart, and it's 8:39. There is a lot of news today. It's 8:30 for Europe, 9:45, 10 o'clock, 10:30, and 1:45, and then Friday is non-farm employment. So we're just gonna chill. The next news is what I say, 9:45. Yeah, I'm always gonna forget that. Sometimes when I'm gonna forget, I'll drop this was high impact. See, I already forgot. I'll drop just a quick little something because then I'll forget. That way I know that there's news when I see the candles print. 10 and 10:30. Dang. So we'll see. I am not planning on trading after 8:30 today, which it already is after 8:30. So the chances of that are slim. I made paper trade. Oops. Let's see, we had some relative equal highs taken here. In the spirit of not calling the highs, we're just going to assume that we haven't seen the high yet. So it's 8:41. All right. There's these relative equal lows down here. Relative equal highs here, pierced. And now we're heading to here. I like these relative equal lows. I like that this one is lower than this one. We are just gonna watch. The bodies tell the story and the wicks do the damage. Alright. I want to see this. Is it supporting higher prices? And it's behaving like an inversion fair value gap. Oops. Here. So we didn't come to the halfway. We've only hung around here, even though we have this big wick. Is this a halfway? Is that better? Yep. What's the low on that? Exact. I like precision. And then we are seeing this push higher prices. We have another gap in here. With this order block right at the halfway. I like that those line up here. There we go. And we're just watching. I hope everyone had a great holiday. I didn't ask in the chat if you are bullish, bearish, or neutral. I like that we came down to that order block open and the consequent encouragement of the gap. And we see a big reaction along with it's 847. We're going up. I want to see expansion off this. The top of this fair value gap. Couldn't find the word there for a second. Yep. Take out this high. I'd like to see a little bit more expansion. The way this is precise. Let's open at 430.75 was low on this. 430.75. I want to see some more expansion. It's 8:48. I want to see a run and then macro into 9 o'clock. It's kind of chilling. closing this in. So we did poke above this high. This is now the all-time high. Quick dip into this gap. It's going to keep expanding. I mean, this was 10 points exactly. It's not too bad, but no. And it's just bouncing around. And it's 8:50. So are we headed to these relative equal lows for what? Got my ENT sweatshirt. Not terribly exciting right now. Is that like manual manipulation? That's why I'm trading after 8:30 on NFP week. Actually, something I gotta do on this other screen. Alright. 'Cause, 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 'c What'd I miss? Nothing. I'm sure there is something, but I'm looking on my other monitor real quick. So we hit the consequent encroachment of this twice, and now we're sitting on top. I am going to put a fib on everything if you are new here, because I like to. So we left this intact so far. Let me get rid of this. There we go. This is now the all-time high. Maybe I'll try that out. This adds an inversion fair value gap. We came in and barely touched it. And we can see how far we're going up in here. Yep. The 50. Yeah. I did. Let's see, this 50. I like that. Yeah, we're not really going anywhere, and it's 8:56. Like, we're inching up, sure, but it's an inch. There's no runs. There's no prolonged expansion. So we're just waiting. Are we gonna get it now at 8:56? Looks like it. I want to get better at identifying these when they're like volume imbalances on both sides and the body's inside between those volume imbalances. So that's why I drew this out, because I want to get better at spotting them in real time for my own learning. Take a minute. That we are almost filled. The high on that is 41.25. The low on this is 41.50. So one takeaway from filling it in, but it looks like we're sitting on that high. Yep. Oh, we came down to this high. Actually, you know how ICT said he got 87 PD arrays? I wanna know 87. So anytime like I see precision, I'm like, yep, that's PD right. I don't know if that's true. I need to not do that because it's distracting. And then I'm like, oh, what's it gonna do here? And I don't even know if that's something that I should even be worried about. It's kind of like how he talked about his son is only using fair value apps to start. But if I'm looking at everything, it's like, if that makes sense. At least we're getting expansion now. It's 9 o'clock. So from this 8:53 up to here. Like to see it. If I want to screenshot that. Take it off. And I'll go back to it later. I'm thinking about doing like after session reviews and like the evenings. Just to see, it looks different once all the candles are painted. Watching live, I like, but I always look at I always want to look at the morning after the morning, like to look at hindsight if there were moves that I missed, or if I take a winning or losing trade, what does that look like? You know, why? All of that type of stuff. Let's go ahead and draw our all-time high. As we backed away from it. Find support here and keep going. Yep, right inside this gap. Is it still the same? What is the close on this? Came up into this gap, completely filled it. Then we came all the way through the volume imbalance. So I like this. So we completely filled that. And we completely filled in this volume imbalance. Right here. What is this gonna be? An inversion fair value gap if we come down and close this gap in, or we may leave it open and have a balanced price range. And leave this as a balanced price range. Maybe. Maybe it's 903. I had so much stuff to do today. So we did leave this gap open, or I left this as a gap. So close on this. 46.25. That was the open. 46.25. This is an immediate rebalance, and it's going up and away. Is what I'm thinking. We didn't even come back into this. It's like this was the first expansion, and that was pretty much it, unless we're coming back down here. I don't like that if we're pushing forward, if we're pushing higher. But yeah. There's a little gap that we're hanging out in there. I think this goes up to here to include this volume imbalance right here. What time is it? 9:06. Till you come back to me, I'm down on bended knee. I like paper to do notes. I feel like I have a pile of sticky notes right here on my desk that, like, I was reading the one I wrote last night on things I want to do, and I did one earlier. I like that. Till you come back to me. Are we closing above the 50 of this wick? I like to measure and put a fib on everything because I just like the precision. So I took that from Tanya Trade's precision, patience, and then I added peace because I don't stress about my trades or what the market's doing, like anything like that. I want to have peace. I want to just be like, oh, another day, nothing going on. Regardless. So no, we did not close above the 50 of this wick. If I measure this whole, we're still below the 50. The consequent encroachment. We are just hanging out. Hanging out. Nowhere near. Alright, we closed above the 50 on that one. Where's the 50 on this one? And then if I do, let's see. The blame is on me. I want a new life, and I want it with you. Something. Can we go back to? And we close above the 50, just short of this high. Mm, 45. So where we are now is 52. What's the high on this? 50.75. What's the low on this? 50.75. New all-time high. Like, so we're going up. We're just like, feeling meh about price action. But that's Wednesday before NFP for you. What's the high on this? 53.50. So low on this, 53.50. If we maintain this. We may go lower. Dig into this wick a little bit. Nope. And I want it with you. Especially at all-time highs. I know we're going up until we're not going up. And the vote on the poll is bullish, but I'm not going long above all-time highs. I'm also not trading Wednesday after 8:30 of NFP week, but yeah, I expect us to dig a little bit into this week. I'm tempted to put a fib to see if that's 50%. Exactly. It looks like it. What's the low on that? 52, 50, 250. So it's exact. I like to measure it. It looked like the 50, but until I put a fib on it, then I like to see, is it? So, don't disagree about bullish, but I don't take longs above all-time highs either. And we're pushing up. How do we react off of this level? If we ever get to it. Can we go back to... I have an order block right here. We came back to the open. Right here. Probably going to get off around 9:30, maybe 5 minutes before 9:30. To go look at some more stuff. The wicks do the damage, and the bodies tell the story. I want to see displacement lower. I want to see displacement lower. It's 920 for something like this. I hate when the what is that thing called? When TradingView locks your stuff. The stock would never be that high. I don't know why that is even the default. Maybe right there. What's the target down here? If we come back up to it, doesn't look like it. I want your life, and I want it with you. Don't ever you gotta believe something, something, something. I guess I would have put it down here, but can somebody tell me how? Can somebody tell me? Can we go back to place I love was from? So that would have put me in if I was willing to take this trade. I don't like how big this wick is. Oh, I can't be the reason I'm down on bended knee. I'm always gonna sing. At least I'm not singing Drake today, because that's what I was singing all last week. But this time I'm singing on bended knee. Yeah. Let's see how we do when we get to the 50 of this wick. That's 14 points down to the order block right here. And the consequent encroachment of this gap. That's 14 points. Usually I want my trades to be 10 for real, for real. So 924. I would have never gotten in at 924. I love this drawing tool though. I will say, if I want to do something and I feel like, oh, maybe if I would have got in here, and what would that have looked like, and I would have put my stop here, and I would have put my target here. I love this drawing tool on TradingView, but that's why it helps me from not pressing the button, because there's no way I'm pressing the button. Like, there's no way I would have pressed it. I would have gotten into no trade right now. Not at 924 on the Wednesday of NFP. Like, there's no way I would be in this trade. But I mean, that's 12 points right there. And how many points to draw down? The high on this is what? That's my traded chair. That's that on that in 2 candles. So I mean, I like it, but I would have never taken this trade. However, I do like. I mean, it worked out because the drawdown on this would have been that's 45.50. Say I did get in at the top of here, 44.75. So that's less than a point. Am I calculating that right? Yeah, 0.75. Drawdown. And that was 12 points to this low. I wouldn't have taken that trade, but could have. Why not? And it kept going further down to this open. Alright, I am going to close my stream. That could have been a 12-point trade. I like that we're staying up below the 50 here. We left this gap open. When we leave gaps open at critical levels, that tells me, like, I like to see those become breakaway gaps. So if this never gets filled in, because this is an order block, this tells me speed and magnitude. If this doesn't get filled in, that the sky is about to fall. Where are we at with the opening range gap? So we're falling to Judas. We might see a little bit of a Judas swing back up right at 9:30 and then fill this in and keep going. So I'm going to go ahead and mark this out as the low. Open range gap low. So I can see it on my chart. Where is it even at? All the way down here. How many points is that? To where we are now. 112. I like it. Yep. So this is speed and magnitude that I wanted to see. Stay open. I want to come get this. 928. We might run back up because I could do this swing before what's that thing called? Before 9:30. What's that thing called? You know what I meant. I know what I meant. Till you come back to me. The close on this is 42.250 and the close on this is 42.50, so this closes exactly here. I would have liked to see it close outside of this gap, and it did not. If I thought this was going to be an inversion fair value gap now, I would have liked to see this close outside of it, and then this not fill in the entire thing. This is an order block. So If we're still going down, we want this to stay below it. We are. Got a little bit of a volume imbalance here. Yeah, that would have been my trade to go short. That was when I would have wanted to start looking for shorts. So I feel good about that one. That was pretty cool because we have a shift in market structure here. Displacement away from. Then we come back up. Closing this gap. Then the sky falls. So we have, that's like 2022, I think, where you have a low, you take out the low with displacement. Well, first the highs have already been taken out because we've just been making all-time highs. So that has already been assumed from 2022. You take out the highs, then you wait for a market structure shift for a swing low to be taken out, displacement. Then it comes back up to this gap here and then continues to drop. So that is 8:30. This candle is 9:30. And this is the high of the opening range gap. I said I was going to be done. I expect a little bit of a bounce if we're going to come up like a Judas swing and then come back down towards it. Because that says that the opening range gap is how many points? Let's call it this to this. 107. I like it. And we put the fib on it. Let's call it right here 310.25 to here. Till you come back to me. I'm down bended knee. That's the previous buy side level. We're underneath the 50%. I want to see it come and tap right here one more time. Tap the bottom of this gap. For the consequent encouragement before 10 o'clock. I want to see if I make this bigger. I want a new life, and I want it with you. I know y'all like my singing now. I look better in real life. I got equal lows here. This is very smooth here. These relative equal lows we just took. We still don't have our first gap of first presented fair value gap. I just knew that was going to be it. I just knew that was going to be it. Precision, patience. Let me write that back on my sticky notes because I've got a ton of sticky notes and highlighters and the works. I'm about to turn them upside down. Supposedly you're supposed to store your sticky note, your highlighters and stuff so that they don't dry out. But I've had these for years. And I'm going to write now while we wait for this 9:30 gap. Oh, so we got it. Are we leaving that one open? Oh, I dropped my marker. That's very annoying, because where is it? That is very annoying, because now I lost it for real. And I don't want my monitor to, I don't want, what's this thing called? My highlighter to dry out, because then I'll be super sad. So yeah, I'm gonna get up. And look, BRB. All right. Do we have our first presented fair bite? Yep. No. That would have drove me crazy if I let this dry out. I wanna live life, and I wanna with you. Don't take your love over. Something, something. I don't know the words. Did I miss the first presented for that yet? No, we got a little volume imbalance right there though. It is 9:37. We got I'm gonna draw this volume imbalance out. Are we gonna leave this open for our first presented fair value gap? Here? See here? Man, who knows? Let's see. Let's see where that closes. From here to here, that is 46 points. Yep, that's our first presented fair value gap. So did take a short here. With the target being here, and that stop would not be 12 points. It probably would be though, like right there, max. Stop point, it just did not, it was just short of going inside this gap. Into the area. That would be 46 points if I was going to take this. I'm not. Obviously, I would have this chart up. I would be pressing a button. I kind of want to bring it down to here because I don't think it was going all the way back up here. Let's see. Alright, that would have been me tagged in if I was trading this. What time is it? 9 on a 940 candle. I wanna do it, and I want it with you. Let's see how this plays out. We got 20 minutes to get to the consequent encouragement of opening range gap. If we're going to do it before 10 o'clock. I mean, I would have never had my thing down here anyway, too. It would be closer to here. Like the halfway of this, or maybe this low. But let's move it down here for now. It's 9:42. So there is news at 9:45. Medium impact. I'm glad I put that up there. And see if we get a big run down. Hit the consequent encouragement. And see a close below consequent encouragement. Have a first presented fair value yet? What is the news? Is it US? Because sometimes I like to keep Europe on my chart. So yeah, 9:45 is medium. Something PMI. Final services PMI at 9:45. So we got a minute. A minute and a half. Yeah, I would have been out down here. If I was doing it, it would have been about halfway. Right here. Because this might go high and then this one might try to price it lower. We'll see. Well, either one. In the next 50 seconds. I have 30 seconds. I don't like trading the actual news time because the Wix play games and stop me out. This needs to close all the way down here for me to believe that I'm not getting stopped out in the next 3 seconds. Well, I'm also not in a trade, so getting stopped out when you're not in a trade doesn't really mean anything. Yeah, that's not what I'm seeing. I need some YouTube not copyrighted music. Apparently. I want to see it close below 50 if we're still going down. It's hanging around way too long. After this either gets stopped out or goes to the content encroachment or the open range gap, I'm going to close the last one. Once this not real trade is closed, it's done. Now we're hanging around inside the first presented fair value gap. And your body is going across both sides, above it and below it. Not a fan. Not a fan. There we go. That's stopped out. From the low of the first presented fair value gap. Go ahead and close the live stream. So get some water. But I will be back tomorrow morning and I'll send out a post. Make sure you subscribe, turn your notifications on, and I will be on tomorrow morning. Peace.